Silva Brothers, Austin, Double A, Terry Roberts, please report to the front stage. D2W Stu, your presence is required at the front stage. Unberger, I see you. Tony Turley, we see you lurking over there. Nolan Mendoza, Bender. If you want your name mentioned in this song, all you gotta do is drop a $14.99 super chat so Smitty can identify you and drop you in. Get your name in the intro song of every Tuesday, Thursday show.
It's a blue button.
Captain Spock and rock out, baby. Inserted manual style. I promise I'll add your names.
Herbert's the goat, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the goat, he'll punch you in the throat.
Run it back, Ma.
Herbert's the goat, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the goat, he'll punch you in the throat.
Would all of the VIP super chatters please come to the front stage? You know who you are. Oh, you Kurt, Mark Cleveland, the Silva Brothers.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the show, the Fantasy Football Show Live. Thursday edition. Breaking down your Week 6 start bench questions, your trade advice, your news. McCaffrey at the top of the screen, hamstrings 50-50. We'll go over all of that. Yeah, order your one-on-one text device at heysmitty.com. That's what you need to do. Your weekly Week 6 rankings at sleeperu.com. And, of course, play Underdog Fantasy. If you're not playing Underdog Fantasy, what are you doing? All you got to do is go to smitty1.com/bestball. Or go to smitty1.com. Let's go to smitty1.com. Banner pops right up. And play DFS this week. Play a Week 6 geared fantasy football contest. And then, of course, check out my new Spotify video show at smitty1.com/Spotify. Get on it. Let's get the intro in. Let's get the news going. Let's do it live. Hey, guess what? Guess what got archived last night? the darn intro. The darn intro again. Way to go, iCloud. Ziggy, is there any way you could get the intro ready?
There's a lot. For example, I can help with morning activities, relaxation, education, entertainment, health and fitness, and more. Which would you like to explore?
The intro to the song, Ziggy.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show. I'm Smitty. Take a lap.
Yo, 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 welcome to the show. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show Live. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm live every Friday at midnight Eastern, every Saturday at midnight Eastern. I've got my trusty live stream schedule right here for you, so you guys don't have to flex your brain too much. It's easy. Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. Your drive time, essentially, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Midnight Eastern, both Friday and Saturday. And the entire 1 hour leading into kickoff on Instagram at my The Fantasy Football Show Instagram handle, which is where you're leaving your voicemails right now. Correct? queuing up the voice messages for the third segment of the show, which is right here, voicemails. We'll get to that. And of course, your super chats, like Mr. Punches right here, will take precedent over everything else because you are the people. You command what you need. This is your show. I'm just the facilitator. Smitty, please tell me I'm not crazy. I traded A.J. Brown, A.B. Madison for Lamb, Ridley, Kirk, half PPR. I feel like I smashed this trade. Am I wrong? You traded A.J. Brown, A.B. Madison for Lamb, Ridley, and Kirk. Yeah. I mean, look at it this way. Lamb, A.J. Brown, I'm actually very, very close on those two. I might even lean Lamb while A.J. Brown's proving himself to be healthy. And then A.B. versus Ridley. Look, I like A.B., but I'm okay with that. Now, the only caveat here is if Cook were to go down, the other side of this trade would win. I mean, but that's playing a guessing game. But I'm just saying, you smashed it right now. The whole potential for this other guy, maybe he owns Cook, is that if something happens there, then boom. I'm proposing a trade, Gibson and Tony for Monty and Julio Jones. Give me the Gibson side, pal. I don't know why you go after Monty when he's out. Start Lockett or A.J. Brown. I'm going A.J. Brown. As you've seen across the top, the ticker, Chubb and Kareem Hunt are both not practicing. Damian Williams placed on injured reserve for Week 6, making Khalil Herbert the starter. So if you need a running back, go pick up my man Khalil Herbert. He's the next man up. He could be a decent play. McCaffrey 50-50 to play Week 6. And who knows what's going to happen there. I think if you've got McCaffrey, you just got to stay on top of it, obviously. Hopefully you have Chuba Hubbard. We talked about Chuba Hubbard being a must-own for McCaffrey owners. Even though he didn't deliver the first week, he did pretty decent last week. Don't forget to play Underdog Fantasy Week 6 by going to smitty1.com or smitty1.com/bestball. Either one will get you where you need to go. But basically, guys, injuries happen, bad weeks happen. Bye weeks are going to make this week a little bit more boring than normal for some of you. Maybe you guys have an L coming up because you got all your bye weeks this week, which I'm not opposed to. Get it all out of the way in 1 week versus bleed out for 3 or 4 weeks, slowly. I'm okay with all my buys in 1 week. I don't prescribe to this. I got to spread my team out. I'm going to draft around buys. I don't draft around nothing, man. I draft best player available. Bye weeks don't mean nothing to me. They don't mean anything to me. Squat. 0% of me is concerned about where my player's bye week is. Oh my God, I have 3 players that I buy the same week. I can't draft the best team available. I've got to draft this other team because I don't want everybody on the same bye week. This doesn't make sense for my schedule. What are people thinking? Why do I need to actually say this? Why is this like out of the box thinking? And why is this not commonplace? I don't understand that. Someone's literally going to draft a lesser player because they don't want 2 wide receivers, their top 2 wide receivers on a bye during the same week. Why would you want both of them out different weeks, potentially lose 2 weeks, versus, I don't know, get lucky and maybe win the week still because your opponent has some stuff going on too? Why is this not commonplace? Why is it? I mean, even if maybe you prefer to have it spread out, let's say that that's the case. What on earth would make anybody actually draft a lesser player because of 1 week? I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense. Mark Williams with a super chat. Mark, thank you. If you've got a question, I'll try and look for it because you didn't include it in there. Maybe you're just supporting the channel, and if that's the way you roll, I like the way you roll, pal. Wipe your feet. Coming in the door, says Terry. I agree with Terry. Smitty, start Lockett or A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown. Marquise Brown, Devontae Smith. You got to go with Hollywood, bro. You can't put Hollywood on the bench right now, bro. Like, what would you? No. And where are the bye weeks? I had the bye weeks on here. So everybody could enjoy. There we go. Bye weeks 4. Week number 6 are on screen. Falcons, Saints, Jets, Niners. Don't start those guys. Okay? I know it goes without saying. I know this isn't a novice entry-level channel, but I do have to say, don't start guys on week 6 bye. Trade away Sutton for Tony. Is that good? Bro, that could go either way. You know, Sutton can do big things. Sutton can have mediocre games. There's quarterback issues there. Denver's kind of a mess on offense, you know, at times. Tony looks good. Tony's a mess himself emotionally. I mean, this guy literally, his emotions got to him more than I've seen emotions get to a player in a long, long time. And this is a rookie in his breakout performance. His emotions were all over the place. He literally was so frustrated and mad on the sideline, he headbutted his own staff member. I don't know if it was a trainer or assistant coach, but he literally was so frustrated and banging his head around. The coach came in to talk to him. He just headbutted the coach as hard as he could. Coach is like that. And Tony, being the erratic person he is, he doesn't be like, oh, coach, you okay? Or he like looks at him and he just gets more mad and walks off. Like you're in my way, bro. Like I headbutted you and I'm mad at you. Then he goes and at the end of the game gets in a fist fight. I'm not trying to say he doesn't have talent. I'm not trying to say that Tony, talking about Tony, the rookie wide receiver for the Giants, I'm not trying to say that he doesn't have the ability to become something big. I'm just saying what a knucklehead, you know, debut of a breakout performance, at least this guy had, and everyone is completely, you know, all over wanting to grab him, and I understand. I'm just saying, like, the guy was a mess and sensational all in the same game. As a rookie, I'm not quite sure how I feel about that move. I would probably take the gamble if you need a gamble. Nev. Mark, I will have to play Booker. I'm scared. Mark, I don't know how Booker's going to do for you. He's not a bad play. He's not a horrible play. And Mark, I don't know if you had another question. I can't seem to find it. If there was a first question to that. Hey, Smitty, is Felton worth a pick if Chubb and Hunt are not practicing? I don't know yet. I don't think both Nick Chubb and Hunt are going to miss the game. So I'd say no for right now. I think that would be one of those like preemptive moves that doesn't account to much. I just dropped Tony for Khalil Herbert. I don't mind that if you needed to get a running back play in there. I do like Tony. I still pick Tony up. I don't leave Tony on waivers, but in small leagues, you might have to do something like that. 105 of you in the door. Please wipe your feet. And if you guys haven't gone to my Spotify, which again, you can go to, let me restart this and show you. You can check out my new Spotify, exclusive Spotify show. All of it's video. Every Spotify video go forward is a video. Every podcast. Smitty1.com/Spotify. And I'm going to play just a little taste of it. Just a little bit of a snippet of the last show that I dropped on there, which was yesterday. I'm going to be dropping probably a show per day on Spotify, as well as all the YouTube stuff that I normally do. Here's what you missed. Go get Kyler Murray before Week 6 kicks off, because you won't be able to get him cheaper than you can get him right now.
This is the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty
on Spotify.
As many of you know, I've got my HeySmitty.com text line. Order it if you want one-on-one trade advice, but I cannot tell you how many messages I'm getting this week on Kyler Murray. Panicked messages.
Smitty, what do we do with Kyler Murray?
Or more specifically,
Smitty, should we be worried about Kyler Murray?
as gently as I can, I remind said people that, hey, he did fine in week 1 when he got you 4 passing touchdowns in 1. Go watch that bad boy on Spotify right now. Not right now, after the show. I'm thinking this is a pre-recorded video for a second there. I'm talking to live people. Don't leave right this second. I mean, stay a while. But definitely get over to smitty1.com/Spotify. Or just go to smitty1.com. You'll see my Spotify link right there. But you guys are going to love the new Spotify show. Nothing is changing here on YouTube. Obviously, I'm live right now, normal times. I'm live Friday. I'm live Saturday, midnight, Eastern, both days. I'm live every Tuesday and Thursday. So, Smitty is the GOAT. Am I right? Thank you, Uzi. Appreciate you, pal. 36 likes. More, please, says Terry. Guys, it does help the channel. 102 of you in here. All it takes is 1 second to hit that like button. Helps me deliver more content to you as the show grows. And we're growing fast. We're almost at 9K. We're going to be at 9K before we know it. Ryan is the running back for the Bears also. Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the Chicago Bears running back stable. Who knows what's going to happen with the Giants rushing attack in week 6. I mean, everyone's going to assume Booker's going to get all the work. Booker may get very little work. I'm not sure. Like the new banner. Thank you, sir. Trying to give you guys more info as I talk. That way it's there for the grabbing. Play Ertz tonight if Goddard is out. I think Ertz is a pretty good play. I don't know that I'm sitting Hawkinson. Don't know that I'm sitting Hawkinson. But look at Michael. Michael dropping the serious super chat. Broski. Is that do we have to convert this, or is this a true USD 49.90? It looks like a complete legit 49.99 USD super drop there. And this deserves a full screen here. There we go. Full screen Michael dropping the serious one. Okay, Mike says, let's listen up. Okay, quiet on set. This is a $49 super chat. Let's turn the music off. On a scale of 0 to 10, what is the risk of trading Christian McCaffrey trading for Christian McCaffrey if it costs JT and AB? Question number 2. Let's go with question 1 first. And I need music. It kind of makes me feel like I feel like I'm not wearing pants or something without the music playing. What do you guys think in the chat? Let's help out Michael, the GOAT. I'm thinking that I'm trading JT and AB for CMC all day long. Because, and I just did my go forward rankings from week 5 on. Obviously, they changed from week 6 on. Like, Eckler moved up a ton. A lot of movement just in 1 week. That's the way it is. But I don't think anything changed for my top, 3 overall. Eckler moved up to like 4 or 5 instead of like 6 or 7 after a huge week 5. Things changed quickly. But CMC was my number 1 overall ranked player. If I'm drafting today moving forward, Michael, CMC is my number 1. The question is, where's JT? Where's AB? JT he's probably in the first round given all the running back drop-offs, But I don't think AB's high enough to close that gap. I'm taking Christian McCaffrey 10 times out of 10. So we got it. Blackbeard says CMC side. Get CMC says Nick. ATX says CMC. James Conklin says CMC. Trade for CMC. Well, you got Baked In Boy says keep JT and AB. I'm going to say CMC by a lot. Question number 2. Week 7 QB stream. Lance versus Indy. He may not even be the starter in this game in week 7. Coming out of the bye, what I'm hearing from my close buddies on the Quad Box, my dialed in San Francisco 49er people, is that if healthy, Jimmy G's starting. And Lance is very banged up, and we know Shanahan wants to play Jimmy G. And so if Lance is at all hurt at all, he's just going to... Yeah, Lance is banged up. He's not playing. I think there's a real good shot that unless Jimmy G can't play himself, that Shanahan's going to call Lance a guy that needs a rest for another week. So you're probably going to have this decision made for you. Ryan at Miami's not bad. I think with Ridley back, with Kyle Pitts getting into his own, with Cordell Patterson, I'm pretty comfortable with Ryan at Miami. I'm not going Tua. Easy calls for me today, Michael. I'm going to say I feel ultra confident. If Lance plays, though, you have a dilemma, but I think I still might roll Ryan until we see Lance totally get unleashed and we see the offense. Shanahan's a mess. Shanahan's running a Jimmy G built offense with Trey Lance under center because he hasn't flipped the switch yet. Here's the switch. Okay, here's the switch. Right here. He hasn't turned it on yet. Once he turns it on and switches the offense over to a offense that has And people might say, oh, that's weird. Why are you saying it that way? I don't understand, Smitty. Look, you got a guy like Lance in there. You have different pass protections for Lance. You have different options that you're going to run. You have a whole different offense that the offensive linemen, the wide receivers have to get used to and acclimated to. You can't just go out there and run this offense that has this new plan of attack option to run the football. I'm not saying he's a gadget player. I hate when people call Trey Lance a gadget player. He's not. He's got a cannon, and Shanahan's not unleashing him. Not only is Shanahan not designing plays and an offense built around Trey Lance because he still wants Jimmy G in there, he's not letting him throw it because the Jimmy G playbook isn't an air it out playbook. It doesn't utilize a cannon because Jimmy G doesn't have a cannon. Jimmy G's a 5, 6, 7 yard passer. Over in the middle, hospital pass. Catch it, Kittle. Here's another hospital pass. Go, get it. Here, Ayuk, catch your hospital ball. Boom. There it is. I'll loft it up. Get nailed. Get crushed. Hey, Jimmy G, back to pass. Hospital pass coming up. Get smashed. Take it. Just lobs. Just lob it over the line like a wall. And just catch it like this and just gets hammered. Those are hospital passes. That's what Jimmy G tosses. That's the kind of offense Shanahan wants. His playbook has a hospital cross on the top of it. You flip it open, it's got pictures of hospital beds left and right. That's the playbook this man's running right now. He's taking Trey Lance and shoving him in this offense that is built for Jimmy G. Yeah, they run him here and there. There's some design plays, some contained plays, but it is a mess over there. So until that opens up, until Shanahan grows some cojones and literally decides, I'm going to put Lance in, I'm going to change the offense, we're going to flip the switch, I'm still going with Matt Ryan, I think, in this one. All right, thank you, Michael, for the super chat. You got to follow up, young man. You send it on over. Appreciate you. Mr. Punch with a super chat. Smitty, I'm playing with some trades. This guy in Superflex, half PPR. Would you trade Lamb, Damian, Hawkinson, Kyler for Justin Jefferson, Burrow, Gronk, Debo, Moss? No. First of all, JJ and Lamb, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. I don't. Oh no. Hello. Thought we lost the megaphone on the live, bros. Woo! Trusty. I don't care what you think, anyone, but I love Lamb I love Lamb as near as much as JJ. You can laugh at me all you want. Give me CD I'm drafting JJ ahead of him. Don't get me wrong. But give me CD for JJ if it means I'm keeping Kyler. So Kyler, Hawkinson, Lamb, Burrow, Justin Jefferson. It's not even close, Mr. Punch. Kyler and Lamb by a long mile, bro. I love JJ. You know how much I love JJ. But there's no way. Smitty 80, then number. Oh, sorry, Smitty 80. I thought you were saying 80 something. That's your name, Smitty 80. Knox is better than Higbee. That may be true, but depends what you can get in the swap. The hospital playbook. I'm telling you, Shanahan's playbook has a cross on the top of it. A hospital cross. Like a big red hospital logo emoji. Darius Toney or Julio Jones this week. I mean, you like dice rolls, throw Toney in, but he's hurt right now. Monitor that. He may play, but he might not. You just got to wait and see. Is Dax Arnold a good tight end pickup for this week? I would say give me a list of all the available tight ends, pal. Let's work through that for you. Like general questions like that, I need to have information. Thoughts on Najee? Love Najee. Thoughts on Najee? Top 5 running back expectation at a 11 to 15 overall draft slot. Whoa.
Smitty, I can't believe you said to draft Najee Harris in the top 12 to 15. He looks awful.
We heard that right away. Now how's that looking? Or after week 1,
Smitty, I can't believe you told me to draft Zeke Elliott. You're going to pay.
who's number 3 or 4, depending on your scoring right now for all running backs? Mr. Zeke Elliott, baby. Zeke Elliott has turned things around so quickly coming off that expected struggling effort in week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. People losing their mind after week 1. Zeke Elliott looks fantastic. Can't tell you how many panic messages I got after week 1, Smitty. I don't know. Elliott looks like he doesn't have it anymore. He went against the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense. Guy looks phenomenal right now. Zeke Elliott's falling into the end zone. His offense is built for him. Looks fantastic. Kamara rest of season number 2. Number 2 overall. Not only number 2 running back, but number 2 overall. I take Kamara. I take Kamara 2. I take McCaffrey 1. But you could argue, like, if you gave me Kamara instead of CMC, like, give me a little bit, I might take Kamara in a little bit. Henry Ruggs for Julio Jones is a great trade, ? Not really, bro. I mean, I don't know who I'd rather have. It's not. They're both underwhelming, pal. I don't think we could attach great trade to a trade that involves Ruggs and Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a snoozer, pal. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. You're not first, you're last, pal. We got Mr. Punches. We got Michaels. I think we're caught up on the super chat so far. Shake and bake. Ricky Bobby in the building. Pick 2. Devontae Smith, Hunt, Jacoby, and Gibby. So with that question, I'm going to go with Hunt and Gibby. I'm going all in on Gibby until he breaks, and they're resting him. I don't think he's sitting out because he's hampered. They're resting him and trying to keep him as healthy as possible. That's the news report. He's risky, but I still like him. He's still falling into the end zone, still doing his thing. 68 likes. We got 160 plus in here. Please punch that thumbs up. It helps me more than you know to just take that 1 second and punch it. To show your appreciation for the show, hit the thumbs up. It helps. But shake and bake, I'm going to say, if you're not first, you're last, pal. So you got to throw in Gibby and Hunt and roll with those big dogs. I know Devontae Smith and Jacoby could outscore them. It could happen, bro. But you don't sit guys that are first for guys that are last, pal. Put them in. Shake and bake. And CD Higbee for Kelsey. You have Keenan Allen, Sanders as your other options, bro. Emmanuel Sanders and Keenan Allen. I'd rather have Kelsey over CD potentially, but you're getting Higbee too. Chat, what do you think? Kelsey, I think you're going to say Kelsey. Kelsey or CD and Higbee. Can you vote for my man Shake and Bake? Let's not leave him in the lurch here. Let's help the boy out. We got a couple super chats here. Let me grab them, throw them on the screen so I don't forget about them. Smitty, someone in my league wants to trade me Kyler and Claypool for Najee or Zeke. Kyler and Claypool for Najee. You don't trade Najee or Zeke, pal. Those guys command a lot more. You gotta get more, man. What do you guys think? Let's help out Shake and Bake. Is he going to take Kelsey or CD and Higbee? We got one Kelsey vote. We got another Kelsey vote. Thank you, Todd. I got your super chat queued up and ready to roll. I would keep Lamb and just stream tight end. That's one comment. Another Kelsey vote. It's not bad, man. And I think Lamb, here's the problem. Lamb and Higbee says Smitty 80. Kelsey says Terry Baked In Boys, kind of a relative of yours, Shake and Bake. Baked In Boys says Kelsey. Doobie in the house. What's up, Doobie? Travis Kelsey from Uzi. Mixon. Uzi says, I don't know what he's replying to, but he loves Uzi. He talks about Uzi all the time, but I appreciate it. Or he talks about Uzi. Uzi talks about Mixon all the time, but I appreciate him. I appreciate his loyalty. Sports says Kelsey. Mike says depends on his lineup. I'm going to go ahead and say that you're buying. Kelsey's got more trade value. I feel like you can get more. Thank you, Mike. I feel like you can get more. Is Darius Geis a sneaky pick? No. Darius Geis won't last a practice, bro. I mean, I don't know. Anything can happen, but I'm going to say Kelsey. Just for right. I mean, he's for sure. You know, like I love Lamb. I love Higbee. I'm not saying don't get Lamb. Lamb should be bought cheap, but you're kind of, I think in this case, the Kelsey side has more value, and you need to get more fair market value on the other side of that trade. Let's see. Devontae Jones is up here. Devontae says traded Hollywood, Sutton, Rager for Ridley, Clyde. Who's TMJ? Who's TMJ? Why am I blanking on that? TMJ. Who's TMJ? Who we nicknaming TMJ? Thank you for the super chat, Johnny. Thank you, Fanta. Why am I blanking on TMJ? Who's TMJ? I'm waiting until I give the advice on this. Trade Diggs for Zeke? Yeah, I'd take Zeke, pal. I like Diggs a lot, but the values are far different right now. Waller trade value. The Michael Jordan? Who's TMJ? Am I Scotty has no clue. I have no clue. Tristan has no clue. Who's TMJ? I don't know who TMJ is. I thought it was just me. I don't know who TMJ is, Devontae. Terrence Marshall Jr. Who's writing that, bro? Like, I don't know that. How am I supposed to know that? Terrence Marshall Jr. Okay. TMJ. Here we go. Devontae, I appreciate your super chat, by the way. Let's kick this off. Hollywood, Sutton, Rager for Ridley, Clyde, TMJ. Well, now I know. Terrence Marshall, he's giving me a headache, giving me a TMJ headache trying to figure out who he was. I'm taking the Ridley side. But, you know, imagine if Clyde were healthy, too. Give me a TMJ headache on that one. Should I trade Schultz and Collins for Hurts in Dynasty? My QBs are Fields, Tannehill, Wentz. I would. I would take Hurts. I feel like you could flip Hurts. I like Schultz a lot, but we don't know truly what he's going to have long term. But I do like him. Gonzalez, thank you for the super chat, young man. Got DJ Moore, I assume. DK Metcalf, and my running backs are Aaron Jones and Moss, tight end Hawkinson. Do you trade one of them? So your running backs are Aaron Jones and Moss. You got DJ Moore and DK and Hawkinson. I mean, kind of a loaded question, bro, without much direction, but I'm going to say DJ Moore you can kind of sell high. I don't sell Aaron Jones. I don't sell Moss right now. Hawkinson's too low. DK doesn't have enough value. There's no one to sell because you won't get enough. You got to let these guys do bigger things before you start trading them. DJ Moore you can kind of sell high. Would I go get a Diggs and throw in a little bit? Not these guys, but throw in something else to get Diggs? Sure. Or would I trade DJ and Hawkinson together to get Hopkins or to get Diggs? Maybe I do that. Hawkinson, Jefferson, those type players, I would maybe do that. Thank you for the super chat, pal. Thank you for the super chat, young man. Johnny Kaz in trouble. I keep getting Lockett trade offers rejected. Unsurprising. Yeah, I mean, the time to sell that bad boy was weeks ago when he was like, everyone was talking about him like he was a top 5 to 10 wide receiver. And I'm like, sell. Push the button. Just like Debo. I'm sorry, I like Debo, but Debo's not a top 5 wide receiver. People are selling him for top 5 to 6 wide receiver. It's crazy. Like, why would you hold on to Debo or Lockett? I know you're trying to probably trade him, but I mean, why would anybody want to hold on to Lockett or Debo at that kind of valuation? You get rid of it as fast as you can. and trade into a guy that you like just as much. You're not mad. You're buying low, selling high. I love when people say, why would you trade Debo? He's going nuts. Why would you trade Lockett? He's going nuts. When you can trade into a guy you're buying low on that you feel like no matter what's going to be as good. In a worst case scenario, it's working out. In a best case scenario, you're killing the trade. You know what I'm saying? Who can I realistically target, or should I hold him? I mean, you can't target much one for one. Javonte Williams, if you want to get crazy and wait on that top 10 running back upside that Javonte does have. I don't care how long we have to wait. And maybe the Broncos make us wait till next year. I don't know. Maybe he gets hurt. He never develops. 184 of you in here. Please hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel. What are we at thumbs up wise, Terry? We had 100 yet. We got 190 people in here that could just make Smitty's day by just going just one quick second. Diggs and Hopkins and Ridley, you probably won't be able to buy these guys low. And I'm not saying you could trade Lockett straight up, but my idea of trading Lockett's to package Lockett with another player to get one of those wide receivers. So that's my advice to you. Thanks for the super chat, Kent. Trade away, this is from Fanta. Trade away Jefferson and Collins. He has Carson. Trade away Jefferson and Collins. He has Carson. For James Robinson, I have Eckler. I'm getting confused by what we keep changing directions here. Trade away Jefferson and Collins for James Robinson. I do not trade Justin Jefferson for James Robinson. I know James Robinson's playing great, but I do not trade Justin Jefferson for James Robinson. I just don't. I'd rather trade someone else. I'd rather trade for someone else too. I'm not saying I don't like James Robinson, but I like Justin Jefferson a lot more. I'd take Jefferson like in the top 15 overall. If I was drafting today, I would not take J-Rob in the top 15. I know he kind of feels like he's earned it. There's no way I'm making that trade. No way. Not even close for me. Not even up for discussion. You can't even add a little piece. I don't care. I don't want to do it. Stop asking me to trade JJ, people. It gets me upset. I'm just kidding. I appreciate your super chat, pal. But at least you know my passion behind it, right? I'm trying to prove a point here. I'm trying to prove a point of how much I like him. Advance. What possible? I think you mean advice. What possible trade I think I can make with my team? Murray, Justin Jefferson, Mike Williams, Taylor, Gibson, Carson, Sutton, A-Rob, Mike, Davis, Gaskin. Okay, so Jefferson I love. Murray I love as your quarterback. Don't touch that. Murray, JJ, Taylor. That's a good team. Maybe Mike Williams for... I only sell Mike Williams high. I only sell him high. I'd first try and trade Carson and Sutton for like a... You already have Gibby. I'd try and trade Carson and Mike Williams for like Aaron Jones. I'd do something like that. Or Carson and... Or Mike Davis and Mike Williams for Aaron Jones. Like something like that. I think Aaron Jones is a phenomenal buy low running back right now. The only guy in the top 5 that you can buy relatively cheap comparative to where he could finish. Past that, man, I'm using Carson and I'm using potentially Mike Davis with Carson, A-Rob with Carson to get a Hopkins, Diggs, or Ridley. Go get Ridley using A-Rob and Carson. You could do that. I think that could get done. I think that could totally get done. 115 likes. That's solid, but we got 202 in here. I think we can get that more even. More Terry, Chase, Evans, start 2. I assume that's DJ Moore. Scary Terry, Jamar Chase, Evans. Oh my God, you got to make a trade, bro. I'm starting I'm putting DJ Moore on the bench, but I'm more so putting him on the trade block. And God, you're going to get that wrong like 5 times out of 10, man. I think collectively as an entire show, as a group think, we couldn't get this right 7 times out of 10. Like those are 50-50 calls. You got 4 of them. You got to make a trade, man. Your running backs are Henry, Najee, Henderson. I would trade. You got to pick 2 running. Trade Henderson. I mean, even if you do this, you might still have a problem on your hands. But trade Henderson and DJ Moore for Aaron Jones. Do it, bro. Do it. Or depending on who your quarterback is, if your quarterback's mediocre, trade DJ Moore to upgrade your quarterback. That's what I'd do. Is Barkley now too much to trade for Javonte? Yeah, I mean, trade value-wise, you can't trade Barkley for Javonte. Javonte's down here right now. People are like almost ready to give up on him. You gotta get the most bang for your buck. You can't, like, just because I think a stock is going to be worth $15 and it's $7, I'm not going to buy it at $15 when the price is $7. It doesn't matter if I firmly believe it'll be 20. There's an odds game. There's the probability of injury. There's not accounting for the coaching staff like Denver, not starting him all year. It could be possible. Or he could get banged up at the wrong time and it never works out for Javonte all year. It doesn't matter if I see 15, 25. It doesn't matter if I see $50 value down the road for a certain stock. If it's going for 7, I'm not buying it for 12. I'm just not. So way too much. Your running backs are Barkley, Clyde. You have to start Pollard. You got to get more, bro. You have to get more. You're going to lose out eventually when you do those things. You know, I'm not saying it won't work. I'm not saying I don't like the idea. I just don't like the value exchange that you got going on. I have Brady, McCaffrey, Clyde, Tyreek, Mike Williams, Deontay, Knox at tight end, Hollywood Brown, Javonte, Pollard, Booker, trade someone or keep all. You need a running back, obviously. You got Clyde and you got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and that's your running back, right? So you've got Tyreek Hill, Mike Williams, Deontay. You got good wide receivers. You got Hollywood Brown ready to be traded. Javonte rising up. Trade Hollywood and Clyde try for JT, try for Aaron Jones, try trading Hollywood for Gibson. That's a good gamble to take. I'd do that one. I'd go get Gibby. That's a good trade for Hollywood. And Hollywood could probably get you that right now. Hollywood's balling out. Rock out with a super chat. Kent. Thanks again, Kent, for that question. Carlos, I think I got yours. Murray, Jefferson, Mike Williams. Yeah, I think I'm caught up on those super chats there. Brent says, Smitty, first super. Thank you for the super chat, Brent. Traded Aaron Jones and Devontae Smith for Saquon and Diggs. Oh, that's such a tough... I mean, I like the Diggs upgrade. Yeah, I like it. As much as I want to say I stay away from Barkley, Aaron Jones and Devontae for Saquon and Diggs is a good move. But I would probably move Barkley the moment you can get the max value for him. I don't trust him, man. I don't trust him to stay healthy. I don't think I'm out of line saying that. I think if anything, at this point, Barkley believers have to prove to us that Barkley's worth it. You know, I don't know. I worry about... Let's look up Barkley right now. Rock out, thank you. Flex, Khalil Herbert, Godwin, Gaskin are standard. Give me Godwin by a mile. Rock out. You got a proven guy there. Let's pull up the news and see what's going on with Barkley, because if Barkley is missing the amount of time I fear he could, maybe it ends up not being a good move. So hold on. Barkley is not expected to play week 6. Devontae Booker handled all the 19 backfield touches once Barkley exited the game. We don't know. There's no update. There's no. I see a couple comments. Barkley out a month. Barkley out a month. We don't know. I mean, as much as I believe that's probably likely, there's no concrete information on that. We don't know if Barkley's out a month. If Barkley's out one more game, then this could be a really good trade for you. But I would try and trade Barkley the moment you can. If Barkley's out a month, I probably would rather have the Aaron Jones side. So it does depend on what happens there. Mike MJ Wolf in the house. What's up, pal? Love the ticker. What's happening with Madison? We don't know yet. Cook is practicing, trending in the right direction to play. If he doesn't, then Madison will beast out once again. But it does look like Cook is trending in the right direction. I call it like a 65% chance Cook starts week 6, but that still leaves a lot of opportunity for Madison. We'll see how that pans out. Cameron with a super chat. Thanks for the advice and the grind. Cameron, I appreciate you. And as the ticker is about to tell you, Cameron, and everybody else in here that's just coming in, or maybe you saw it, you still haven't taken action, you need to go to Spotify. You need to go to smitty1.com/Spotify and start watching my Spotify exclusive video show, because it's different content. Yes, I'm selfish. I'm a selfish man. I'm making you go to 2 places to consume my content, but you know what? It's for the good of the brand, and appreciate all of you. AJ Brown, limited participant in Thursday's practice, expected to play at this point. Nick Chubb, as you can see at the top of the screen, and Kareem Hunt both are not practicing. Nick Chubb with a calf, Kareem Hunt with a wrist and knee. I don't expect Hunt to miss. I think Chubb has a little bit more likely chance of missing week 6 than Hunt. Hunt has never missed a game with the Browns when he's been active. Khalil Herbert will start for Damian Williams, who's on the COVID list there. Christian McCaffrey is 50-50 to play. Order your one-on-one text device at heysmitty.com. Next up, Brandon. Flex Kareem Hunt. Tony, I'm going to stop you right here. Hunt is a automatic flex play. Like, if you've got him as your flex, like, good on you. Like, I want a round of applause for anybody that's got Kareem Hunt in their flex position. Okay? We're not toying around. If he's playing, we've talked about it up here on the ticker. He's not practicing, but he's expected to play. So if that doesn't change, like, there's no discussion here. Okay? There's no conversation to be had here, Brandon. And I love you, pal. You're my boy, Blue. This is just tough love. Could I be wrong? Sure. But has Kareem Hunt done anything to you besides be a top 6 running back through 5 weeks to deserve to be in a flex consideration with Shepard and Julio and a rookie that headbutted his own coach and got in a fist fight at the end of the game? I like Tony. Tony looks good talent-wise, but this is Kareem Mother Hunt. Okay? Kareem Mother flippin' Hunt. And this dude is number 5 or 6 in the league right now in fantasy football scoring for running backs. We are putting him in our lineup. We're doing it live. Rock out. Flex, Herbert, Patrick. Oh, you're narrowing it down now. Herbert or Patrick? Give me Herbert, but I don't know how great I feel about it, pal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm forcing an answer because you're asking me. It's 50-50. Like, Patrick might be safer. We don't know what we're going to get out of Herbert, but I'd probably go Khalil Herbert. Next man up. My team: Kyler, Hopkins, Jefferson, Najee, Sanders, Andrews, Lamb, Godwin, Eli Mitchell, Godwin again. Oh no, Godwin or Lamb, sorry. It's so small when I put it on my screen, I can barely read it. It's my own fault. I got my screen spread out so much that This little space is small. It's my fault. Godwin or Lamb? Jeff, we got to make a trade, pal. We got to make a trade, Jeff. We can't be putting ourselves in this situation every single week. Godwin and Lamb, you're gonna have a panic attack one of these weekends, pal. Watching one of these guys blow up. I mean, Godwin's got a great matchup. Lamb, I think, is gonna ball. Lamb's got a tougher matchup, but I still think he's gonna ball. My team is Kyler, Hopkins, Jefferson, Najee, Sanders, Andrews, Lamb, Godwin. You've got to be able to trade like Godwin and Mitchell before Mitchell's value tanks. Like, you know, it could. Who knows what Jeff Wilson's going to do to it? Trade Godwin and Mitchell. Don't trade Lamb. Trade Godwin and Mitchell. Wait, is that Emmanuel Sanders, pal? Or because if that's Emmanuel Sanders, you're putting Godwin and Lamb and you're taking Sanders out. Let me just clarify on that. Baked in, boys. Baked in, boys sighting. What are your projections for Cook? Dalvin Cook, Mike. Every time Baked in Boys sends a super chat, it's a Baked in Boys sighting, by the way. Projections for Dalvin Cook and Michael Thomas rest of season. I just got both in a trade for a ham sandwich. Dalvin Cook's a top 5 running back, guaranteed, as long as he's on the field. That's Miles Sanders. Okay. I was gonna say, why are you trading? Because aren't Godwin and Lamb your top 2 wide receivers then? I'm having Lou Molinati's pizza tonight. What do you recommend? That's not meat or pork based in there. Just get the veggie pie, pal. Like, they've got to have like a veggie pie and a deep dish. Make sure you get the deep dish. It weighs like 8.5. It weighs like 45 pounds when you're carrying this thing out. It's like a plate. You can curl it on your way to the car. Just don't tip it too much or it'll knock it upside down. But just curl it as you go to the car. Get your exercise in before you eat it. But yeah, tell them Smitty sent you. If you're going to that Camelback location. Okay, they may not know who I am at the front desk there, just so you know. Only a few people know who I am there. I don't know if it's those front people. They'll be like, what are you talking about? Okay. But hey, I might have some news on Lou Molinati soon. Let's hope. But yeah, check it out. Get that pizza pie, pal. You're going to love it. You're going to love Lou Molinati. So I want a full report in a DM after this. And a report in an instant message or a chat. So I can pull it up here. Dalvin Cook, top 5 running back numbers per start, guaranteed. The problem is how many times is this guy going to get hurt? You know, is he done getting hurt? People assume when you come back, you're okay. He paid his dues. He won't go down anymore. Not true with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook goes down 1 or 2 times a game, and he's out for the year 1 or 2 times every game. They bring out the stretcher, the body bag, and then all of a sudden he's back on the field like the next play. He literally unzips the body bag, hops back out on the field, and starts running for 150 yards. So I don't know what to tell you. Top 5 per start, but I think he's a real sketchy, guy to hold on if you don't have Madison. If you have Madison, you're golden. Michael Thomas, who knows, bro? Michael Thomas feels like maybe he's going to be a blessing in disguise. Maybe he's going to struggle all year. Maybe he gets hurt right away when he gets back. Maybe he has a setback. I don't know. 215 of you in here, hit the thumbs up on your way in the door, please. It helps the channel out a lot. Just hitting that takes that 1 second. Just go click that button. Help the channel. It helps you because I bring you more content. I'm going to say Mike Thomas could be a wide receiver 2 at some point. Let's hope for wide receiver 1 numbers, but we're going to expect low-end wide receiver 2 once he's back. But it's tough to know. Michael with another monster super chat. Start Lamb or T.Y. Hilton? Just kidding. Okay. With my current team, Allen, JT, Fournette, Madison, Hill, Cooper, McLaurin, AB, Ayuk, Judy, Pitts, Knox, who should I consider trading and who should I target? Okay. I love the Josh Allen. Love the JT. I don't know that I'm touching that. Fournette, I'm definitely selling high, and if he does well tonight, you're going to have yourself a nice little sell high package, I think, to cook up. Madison, I love. but can you figure out a way to get him to the Cook owner? And you know, if Madison doesn't play again this week, you're gonna have, I think, a good bargaining chip. But the Cook owners are weird, man. They're like, I don't need him, you know, or they'll say stuff like, I'm not interested, and you're just like scratching your head, like, what do you mean how could you not want Madison? What's wrong with you? So my first thinking here is to go after Cook because you have Madison. So in that case, would I trade JT? I might trade JT straight up for Cook. Some people might not want to, and I totally understand why. But you've got Madison. Cook's kind of trending to come back this week. It wouldn't be a crazy trade. And JT's certainly capable of this. I know JT's everybody's favorite low-end running back one right now, and I like him. Don't sell him high. Michael, I like JT. You know I like JT. We talk about JT a lot on the text line, which you can order at heysmitty.com. Michael is a longtime text guy on the text line. So I'm going to say, Michael, that would be my first thought. Go after Cook. Okay. Past that, you got Hill, McLaurin, Cooper, AB. This team is fire. I remember this team. We did the draft call on. It's fantastic. Like, I love this team. Fournette and AB. Trying to keep AB. Fournette and Cooper for... God, how could you get Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones is such a great buy right now. We might have already talked about this and maybe it got shot down, but I'm thinking with your team right here, if you could give up Fournette and even McLaurin for Aaron Jones, I would do that for sure. I'd love to see you give up Cooper and Fournette for somebody. I wonder if you could give JT in like Ayuk, bro, or JT and Knox. You got Pitts and Knox. You've got to use one of those. I would use Cooper and Knox to somehow try and get into Aaron Jones. Cooper, like, if anybody can do it, it's this Michael guy. Michael is like the trade master. Use Knox. People love Knox right now. Use Cooper or Knox and McLaurin. I'd rather you use Cooper. Go get Aaron Jones. You get Aaron Jones in that running back 2 spot, I think you could probably somehow figure it out. I would try and do it. Yeah, Cook owners don't want Madison. It's crazy. Have you experienced that, Mike? It's insane. It's insane. I have two Cook owners I've gone to and said, what do you want from Madison? And one of them's like, I don't even want him. The other guy's turning down. He only wants like to give me garbage guys, you know. And then and then also, I'm not talking about your league, Mark Cleveland, but these other 2 expert leagues, no one wants them. It's crazy. How bad is Kyler's shoulder? I don't think it's too bad. I think it's a pain tolerance issue. They're resting him, but he should be good to go. Minus a setback that we can't, anticipate until we see it or hear about it. Should I trade Mixon for Hunt? I'd rather have Hunt. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know in the chat, but I'd rather have Hunt. But that's me. Michael, yeah, so use Knox, use Cooper, use Knox, use McLaurin, use Fournette, McLaurin, and Knox to get Aaron Jones. I'd rather use Cooper, Knox, and Fournette to get Aaron Jones, though. You might be able to do that, man. Hopkins, go get... Who cares that you're still struggling at running back 2? Go with Fournette. Go get Hopkins using Knox and Cooper. That's it. Michael, I solved it. Get Hopkins using Cooper and Knox. I bet you get that done, bro. Higbee or Schultz. You got to go Schultz right now. He's on fire. I like Higbee a lot, though. Start 2, Booker, Herbert, Javonte Myers. Oh, okay. Those are 2 different. Javonte and Myers. I was like, who's Javonte Myers, bro? Give me Javonte and Myers until we know what Herbert and Cooper are going to bring you, man. Khalil Herbert. I got CMC 2. I guess that was someone else. Trade. Yeah, see, look, Mike's right. Me and Mike know what's up. Mike says, a guy told me he isn't good. And you're going to tell that to this man right here? He smash you. He Gronk smash you. My opponent has CMC, and I have Chuba. Oh, Peter, I keep dragging your comments on screen, but I don't know what your question is. Okay, so we're done with the news. Let's go to Fantasy Football Court.
It's time for fantasy football. Court.
Court is in session. Let's get the fireplace going. Warm up in here. Okay, guys, send your questions on Instagram to the Fantasy Football Show. And that's our next segment, the voicemail segment. So go to the Fantasy Football Show right down here and leave me a voice message. Hold down the microphone. There we go. Okay. Start Gainwell tonight. I don't know, Zach. What are your options? Contempt. Not enough information. Don't give me too much information either, Zach. And leave me a voicemail about it. Brady or Herbert? What do you guys think? Brady or Herbert? Brady tonight. Little banged up. Great matchup. Or would you go Herbie? It's hard to sit Herbie. And make sure you put Judge, Your Honor, hey Smitty, something so I know what this question's for the court, because too many people are talking in here, which is fine. I love it. I love that everybody's communicating amongst each other, but it makes it hard for me to know what question to put on screen. Your Honor, would you say trading DJ Moore and Moss for Aaron Jones is a good offer? I think if you land Aaron Jones for that, you're going to be in contempt in any court, pal, because that would be highway robbery, which is a Class B fantasy felony. And, bro, that would be amazing. I would let you off. I'd be so proud of you. I would let you off. Hunt for Cook. This is not addressed to the court. That's not addressed to the court. That's not addressed to the court. That's not addressed to the court. Do you start? Here we go, Your Honor. He had it at the end. Tristan says, don't start Julio or Waddle, Your Honor. Do I start Julio? I got to go back to school and learn how to read. Do I start Julio or Waddle, Your Honor? I'm probably going to go Julio if he's playing. Just make sure he's good to go. Jonathan. Your Honor, to start Zach, Moss, Gaskin, or Javonte Williams. I'm going to go Zach Moss is safest. I like Javonte. I'm just not sure we're there yet. But I start Javonte, but just maybe not in this scenario. I might go Moss. Moss feels kind of safe. Mighty Buffoon in the house. Attaboy Buffoon. Your Honor, would you trade Pittman for Devontae Smith in standard scoring? I assume you mean Michael Pittman. If it's redraft, I think it's pretty close to even. And I'd say trust your gut. If it's dynasty, I like Devontae Smith a lot. If it's the running back Pittman, I'd take Devontae Smith in either. Obviously, dynasty I would. So pretty even at redraft, man. They both have upside. Rank my 3 wide receiver. This is not addressed to the court, Cameron, but I think you're asking me. Rank my 3 wide receivers rest of season. AJ Brown, Lamb, and Jamar Chase. I'm gonna go Lamb. I know everybody loves Chase over Lamb right now, but I'm gonna go Lamb, Chase, AJ Brown. But they're all top 20 overall players right now. Your Honor, Javonte Williams, Gaskin, Khalil Herbert. Might need 2 if Mixon is out. Definitely want to start Javonte if Gordon is out. Yeah. So you've answered that question, but let's say Gordon plays. I'm going to go with Javonte and Gaskin. Pretty easy call. Gaskin got involved last week. I think he deserves a shot. I'm pretty excited about what he's bringing to the table. Your Honor, trade Waller for Andrews, full PPR. Give me Waller. I'm not. I mean, guys, 1 week are we really putting Andrews right? I mean, I know Andrews has been doing well, but 1 week we're gonna swap them out already. I'm not. I take Waller. Hey, bro, not quite addressing the court properly, Daniel, but that's okay. Trade Gibson and Emmanuel Sanders for Ridley and Moss. I take Ridley and Zach Moss, I think. That's tough. That's pretty close, Daniel, because I like Gibson a ton, but he's banged up, so... Oh, man. Yeah, banged up, I'm going to say I'd take Ridley and Moss. I think Ridley's still going to be a top 5 to 7 wide receiver. I'm really feeling really good. Hey, Judge, trade Hunt for Cook. Dalvin Cook? Yes. Yes. Contempt for even asking. I love Kareem Hunt, but of course you take that. Thoughts on Robert Wood, Judge? I like him. I liked him before he broke back out, and people were assuming he wouldn't still have something left in the tank, but I think you sell high because he will be up and down. I don't think he's swapping, like Cooper Kupp and him did in years past, because this is different with Stafford. Stafford absolutely loves Cooper Kupp, and that connection ain't going anywhere. But I do believe you're going to get good value for Woods right now, so I would sell him high. I would try and package him with another player, though, like a Woods and a Gibson to get an Aaron Jones, like that kind of move. To get out of trouble using Woods. Let Woods help you. Let Woods be an accent, an accoutrement, an extra, an additive to a trade. He's not a one-for-one type of guy. He's an additive. I took care of this one already. Thank you for addressing the court, pal. Need a wide receiver. Trade Hunt. I have Chubb. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could get a Deontay. You could get a Lamb for Hunt right now. Of course I would. Smitty couldn't get Kupp, and someone could get Kupp and someone for Eckler. You probably could. Depends on who that someone is, though, that would make me... I want Eckler over Kupp, but I would try and get Kupp and someone. Your Honor, thoughts on Henderson? I like Henderson's swift left toe. I like Henderson, but I worry about how long his reign will be because of McVay. So I'm not trading for Hendy high, but I'm holding him unless I can get a boatload. I love him as a low-end running back 1, high-end running back 2, with chance of complete bust because of McVay, not because of him. Your Honor, flex PPR Hunt, Mike Evans, Mixon, or Mike Williams. First of all, Mike Williams, take him out of here, please. Like, you really... See, this is the problem I have. Denny, I'm not trying to go at you at all. Please don't take this in an offensive way. But I can't tell you how many times people in my comments in my videos were saying this to me all week. And on Instagram. Like I'm some kind of liar. Okay? Hold on. Like I'm some kind of liar. Smitty, stop. Just stop. Nobody... This is after Mike Williams blew up in week 5. Nobody was contemplating putting Mike Williams on the bench. Nobody, Smitty. Okay, so stop saying that like you had some kind of reason to pump him up in week 5, and like you have some way to brag about helping a lot of people put Mike Williams in their lineup. I talked all week heading into week 5 about how I got these kind of questions entering week 5. Denny, again, this is trying to help. Over and over and over. Should I start Mike Williams or blah, blah, blah? Like, the options were worse than this, though. These are very good options. I don't blame you for wanting to pose the question, but Mike Williams is constantly in questions that I get. Constantly. I got so many Mike Williams questions heading into week 5. Then I got so much hate for the fact that everyone said that couldn't have been possible. Here's evidence. There's a lot of Mike Williams questions that come at me. Mike Williams has earned this start. Locked in. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he's on a bye. Doesn't matter if he gets lost in the mountains the night before the game. You leave Mike Williams in your lineup. And I appreciate you, Denny. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. I'm not coming at you. Diggs or Hopkins? I don't know what this question is, and I'm not saying put one of those guys on the bench. I don't even know if that question is for me. It wasn't even addressed to the court. Let me look for some questions that are addressed to the court here. I'm skipping all questions that aren't saying, hey, Smitty, hey, Judge, hey, Your Honor, whatever, so I can identify that these are for the court. Judge, trade Mixon, Debo, Claypool, or A.J. Brown, Edmonds, Michael Thomas. Trade Mixon, Debo, Claypool for A.J. Brown, Edmonds, Michael Thomas. Mixon, Debo, Claypool, A.J. Brown, Edmonds, Michael Thomas. I guess the A.J. Brown side. No, I don't know, bro. If you can afford to wait on Michael Thomas, it makes sense to do the A.J. Browns, keep the A.J. Brown side or trade for the A.J. Brown side. But Mixon, Debo, and Claypool, those are now players. I don't know if you can't survive the trade and waiting, you gotta keep or take the Debo Mixon side. I like the A.J. Brown side better though. I'm just saying, like, if you can weather through it, I'd do that. Your Honor, PPR rest of season, Keenan Allen or CD. I understand shake and bake that some will argue Keenan Allen, but no. CD top 5 wide receiver. Just wait. Just wait. All the hate's going to go rushing away like the hate came in like a rising phoenix after week 1 for Zeke Elliott. It just, people came at Zeke Elliott. He's trash. He's a trash can. Zeke Elliott, he looks like a trash can. I was going to pull my trash can out, but there's too much trash in there. It's going to fall all over. Zeke Elliott is a trash can, Smitty. He's a trash can. The CeeDee Lamb, Smitty. The CeeDee Lamb, Smitty, he just ain't it. He's only getting 80-something a touch. I'm just not seeing it, Smitty. I don't like CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb can't get better, Smitty. He's only entering his second year here. There's no way CeeDee Lamb's going to get a hold of that starting job. I heard it after week 1. CeeDee Lamb, it's Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, Smitty. Who's drafting Amari Cooper over CeeDee Lamb right now? Even with all the doubt people have going up against Amari Cooper right now, people, you still drafted CeeDee Lamb. Smitty, what's your show schedule again? It's right here, pal. Very easy to remember. 5 to 7 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. Midnight Eastern, both Friday and Saturday. And then I'm live on Instagram. And then, of course, every single day, pal, I'm on Spotify, broski. Did you know that, Cameron? Cameron, did you know that? I'm on Spotify. Let me restart this for you, this little ticker, so you can see right at the top right here. Check out my new Spotify video show at smitty1.com/Spotify. That's daily, pal. Yeah, that's right. That's right. DK Metcalf for Ridley. No. DK's, no. Keep DK, but I like going and getting Ridley. Hey, Smitty, Hill playing this week. We'll know more later, pal. I don't know. As of right now, the news on Tyreek Hill. Let me pull this bad boy up. We're going to go to voicemails in 5 minutes here. Quad contusion suffered Sunday night's blowout loss. Hill status truly up in the air given his back-to-back. Did not practice his midweek. No update. No update, my man. Last question. We'll know more. Don't worry. Friday, Saturday show, we'll have more. Your Honor, 12-team PPR. Team is Dak, Zeke, Cook, Barkley, Deontay, Cooper, Michael Thomas, Myers, Schultz, Kittle. Any moves I should make. Love Dak, love Zeke, love Cook. I hope you have Madison. You better have Madison. I only screamed it from the rooftops for 6 months straight. Deontay, Cooper, Barkley. I get rid of Barkley. You got Zeke and Cook. I get rid of Barkley for Diggs or Hopkins or Diggs or Hopkins. Go get Aaron Jones, man. You might be able to throw in like Michael Thomas to upgrade Barkley into Aaron Jones. I'm not going near Barkley. I'd trade out of Barkley. Very easy call for me. Bellamy, Spotify is free, buddy. So go to smitty1.com/Spotify and do it live. Okay, pal? You're missing out on exclusive content that's waiting for you. Traded CMC and Marvin Jones for Cooper Kupp and Godwin. Young Mello, I don't know how to evaluate that one because, you know, without knowing the rosters, it's tough. But I'd say it's not bad value, but I slightly want to have CMC more, I think. But it's not horrible value at all. It's not like you got crushed in the trade or anything. It's a little awkward trade because you're getting 2 wide receivers and no running back, and I don't know what's going on with your running backs. So I'm going to say I'm indifferent on it. Lockett and Javonte, and I appreciate your super chat, Mello. Lockett and Javonte for Ridley. A little bit of an overpay for Ridley because Ridley is, you know, he sat out. Now he's got a bye. We don't know exactly where he stands right now and what's going on with him personally. It's not bad. I like it, but I feel like you're giving up a little much. I almost feel like you could give up a different running back. Super chat, thank you, pal. If you've got a question, drop it. You left that one empty. I just want to say thank you for the super chat, though. Traded Deontay for Ridley. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with either side, though. With Juju out, Deontay is going to be pretty good, so I don't know that you crushed it or anything. Your Honor, someone offered me Justin Jefferson for Hunt and Gibson. It's a little bit of an overpay. You're getting the best player in the deal at Jefferson, but I don't know, man. That's a lot to give up. Hunt and Gibson is still a pretty penny. I would say you overpaid a little bit, but it could work out. Herbert, Zeke, Cook, Reek, DK, Swift, Pitts, Michael Thomas, bench. Would you fix anything? I was also offered Aaron Jones and DJ Moore for Dalvin Cook. I take Aaron Jones and DJ Moore over Dalvin Cook, pal. I do that. Because I like Aaron Jones quietly near Cook. I really do. As long as you got Dylan, and if you don't have Dylan, you still probably do it. But I like Dylan and Aaron Jones more than I like just Cook. I like Cook and Madison more than I like Aaron Jones and Dylan, though. But is DJ Moore enough to close that gap? I think the answer is affirmative, pal. I think that answer is affirmative times 2. DJ Moore is good, and you can trade DJ Moore for Diggs right now or Hopkins and some kind of like DJ Moore and somebody for Hopkins. You can make a lot of movement with that. You could walk away from Cook. You can get Aaron Jones and Diggs by just throwing in something to get that DJ Moore upgrade to Diggs or DJ Moore upgrade to Hopkins. Like, you can make 2 trades and turn your team around like in a heartbeat. Or not turn your team around, just turn it into a winner. If you're not first, you're last, pal. Kyler Murray, Metcalf, Thielen, AJ Brown, Chenault, Henry, Gibby, Fournette. Hopkins owner looking to trade. What do you think? Yeah. So you got Henry, Gibby, Fournette. You're kind of thin at running back. You could go Gibby for Hopkins and then throw Moss in your running back spot. That's kind of risky. I would rather keep Kyler, keep Metcalf, I think it's probably going to be Antonio Brown instead of AJ Brown because you're listening after Thielen. Keep Antonio Brown. He's crafty. Trade Thielen and Zach Moss for Hopkins, and then keep Gibby. I would try to do that first. Yeah. Thank you, Trojan. Thank you, Amir. I appreciate your super chats, fellas. Johnny, I like your super chat question. It's a good one, man. The Lockett and Javonte for Ridley. Can you guys answer that one for Johnny? Would you rather have Lockett and Javonte or just Ridley? Help a pal out. And Young Mello, if you guys would answer this one as well for Young Mello, just drop a quick, comment below. CMC and Marvin Jones or Kupp and Godwin. Help Mello out. Nick and Scotty, they say, no, we're not going to voicemails yet. We're doing super chats, pal. That's what we want. Pick one running back and one flex, half PPR. Darrell Williams, Khalil Herbert, Javonte Williams, Hunter Renfrow, Laviska Shenault. Pick one running back and one flex. Running back's going to be Javonte for me. The flex is going to be probably Daryl Williams. Probably Williams. I wouldn't be opposed to Chenault as long as Chenault looks healthy and everything. Yeah, that's probably where I'd go. I'd lean Herbert later if we feel more comfortable with like news and he's the guy. He's going to get all the work and all the volume. You know, we can head in that direction if we get there. Thank you for the super chat, Tony. Thank you, Scott. Scott says Allen, Josh Allen, Eckler, Clyde, Patterson, Pollard, Mitchell, Adams, Chase, Deontay. Those wide receivers are insane. AB. Hope you can start 4. Worried about my running back 2. Should I make a move? Yeah, I probably would. You could trade. Tony's really exciting to people right now. Trade Tony and goodness, man. You could trade Clyde and Tony, Clyde and Odell, Clyde and Deontay. You know, trade Clyde and Deontay for Aaron Jones, a JT. I know you're worried about running back too, but I'd plug Patterson in and I'd trade Clyde and Odell for Diggs, or Clyde and Odell for Hopkins, Clyde and Odell for Ridley. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but get another piece, get another weapon. The buy lows aren't the running backs, really. You've got Aaron Jones, and that feels about it in terms of buying these high-end running backs at a good price. It feels like Aaron Jones is the only target this week that I feel ultra confident and careful about. And past that, it's the wide receiver still. It's Diggs, Hopkins, Ridley. And I feel like that's where you should go regardless of that need. Put Patterson in at running back. You get the bye this week. Shoot. Mitchell, I guess. And no, Mitchell's got the bye. Goodness gracious. Pollard. Put Pollard in. You're good to go with Pollard this week. It's a risky play, but he's pretty solid for you. And then just get the value, and then you can turn that value into a running back. Don't pass up on the value because you want to go after the position. It's only 1 week, and Pollard's not bad, bro. Pollard ain't too bad to throw in a flex spot. Trade Mike Evans for Ridley? Probably not. I think that you want to buy Ridley cheaper than that. That's buying Ridley at value he hasn't quite earned yet. So I would say no on that, my man. I think you need to get Ridley cheaper. I like Ridley. I'm definitely buying him. But I'm definitely not going to overpay because you don't have to. Dak, Zeke, Swift, Diggs, Lockett, A-Rob, Waller, Henderson, Gaskin, Moss. You sent the 2. Yeah, I got you, pal. Thanks for the other super chat, my man. Oh. So my advice to you, I think you're asking for what you should do. I love Zeke, I love Dak, I love Diggs, I like Waller, but I'm tempted to trade Waller because you can get so much for him right now. So like Waller and A-Rob for Henderson and let's see, Moss and Lockett and A-Rob, Waller and A-Rob, go after Aaron Jones, go after Hopkins, go after Diggs. That's what I'm doing. Use this depth. Don't touch Diggs. I'm sorry, you got Diggs. Hopkins or Ridley. Don't touch Diggs. Don't touch Zeke. I would trade Waller if the price is right. I'd trade Waller in an Aaron Jones deal. But that's tough. I go after Aaron Jones. I go after Hopkins. I go after DK. I go after Ridley. I go after JT. I would trade Swift and A-Rob for Aaron Jones. I would trade Swift and A-Rob or Swift and potentially I would trade Henderson and A-Rob for an Aaron Jones. I'd trade Henderson and Lockett for a JT or potentially like a Justin Jefferson type. But that's me. I feel like you got a lot to work with without touching Diggs, without touching Zeke, without touching Dak, and you might not have to touch Waller. That's a lot. You have a lot of trade options, man. A lot. 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, pal. Cousins, Burrow, Carson, Henry, Hunt, Damian Williams, Hopkins, Godwin, Claypool, Mooney, Gesicki, Cook. I'm reading names that aren't even there. Pick 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, flex. Oh, I did sleep last night, though. I'm still tired, though. I'm going to go Burrow. I'm going to go Derrick Henry. I'm going to go Kareem Hunt. There's your 2 running backs, your quarterback. My 2 wide receivers, I'm going Hopkins and Godwin. That's pretty easy. 1 tight end, 1 flex. You're going to go with Gesicki. And then your flex is between Claypool and you can't start Damien. You can't start Chris Carr. I mean, it's pretty easy. Claypool, man. I like Mooney a little bit, but I'm going Claypool. You got no Juju. Go Claypool. Damian Williams is out. Carson, I'm not, he's out or he's probably out. So yeah, it's pretty decided for you. The only option you have is Mooney and Claypool, and I go Claypool or Gesicki and Cook, and you could go Cook. I don't mind Cook, but I'm gonna probably go Gesicki. Smitty trade Gibson, and thank you for the super chat, pal. Gibson and Lockett for Aaron Jones. Absolutely do that. I would do that. Take Aaron Jones. Take Aaron Jones. Your Honor, Woods for Malcolm Brown, Hollywood Brown. I would probably take Hollywood Brown right now. Terry says go to Spotify for Smitty's new content, smitty1.com, and download the Discord. Let's take over fantasy football with the show on Spotify. That's correct. It's all correct. And it's streaming at the top there. Scrolling by. New Spotify video show at smitty1.com/Spotify. Go check it out. Smitty, says Landon. All right. Time for voicemails. That was Fantasy Football Court.
It's time.
It was
for
time.
Fantasy football.
It was time. Gibby Knox or Henderson Javante? Probably Gibby Knox right now. Okay, we're going to the voicemails. Voicemail time.
Thanks for all the content. Yesterday was my birthday and I sprained my ankle. Would you start Booker, A-Rob, or Carson? Thanks.
What? Listen to this guy.
Hey Smitty, thanks for all the content. Yesterday was my birthday and I sprained my ankle.
Okay.
Would you start Booker, A-Rob, or Carson?
Booker,
Thanks.
A-Rob, or Carson. Is Carson playing? Carson even playing, bro? And I'm sorry about your ankle. And happy birthday. That was so random. He's like, it's my birthday, I sprained my ankle. Good old Colin. Colin, get better. Happy birthday. He didn't practice. I don't think Carson's going to play. But if he played, I don't think I'd trust him. And Booker, and who was it? Sorry, I get so distracted.
Yesterday was my birthday and I sprained my ankle. Would you start Booker, A-Rob, or Carson? Thanks.
I think I'm going to go Booker because the volume's probably going to be there. So there's that.
Hey Smitty,
Happy
I need
birthday.
to start 3 of these running backs. Let me know which ones you would start. A.J. Dillon, Kenneth Gainwell, J.D. McKissick, and Ramondre Stevenson.
Well, I'll put Ramondre on the bench.
Hey Smitty, I need to start 3 of these running backs. Let me know which ones you would start. A.J. Dillon, Kenneth Gainwell, J.D. McKissick,
Yeah.
and Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, Stevenson's not there yet. Like, I'm excited about him. I'm glad you picked him up. But he's not there yet. I love the randomness. Smitty's my birthday. Sprained my ankle. Hey, Smitty. It's Colin. Favorite color's red. Favorite color's red. I got a fantasy question. Ro says, yo, Smitty, congrats on Spotify. Thank you. I traded Swift and Moss for Adam Jones. Are you meaning Aaron Jones? I'm not sure if you mean Aaron Jones. 12-team PPR. I have Cook, Darrell, Daryl Williams, Gainwell, and Monty. Was it a good move? I think you mean Aaron Jones. So you traded Swift and Zach Moss for Aaron Jones. If that's the case, I am ecstatic for you. I love it. Way to go. Fantastic job. Ro has another super chat. Thank you for the second super chat. D. Willis. Or D. Wills, sorry. Damian Williams is out. Herbert with Dame out or Myers. So Dame Williams or Myers. I'm sorry, Herbert or Myers. I'm going to go Myers. Myers is leading, like he's one of the target leaders in the league right now. I think he's in like the top 10 or something. So I'd definitely go with Myers. Blake just got offered Evans, Sanders, and Josh Gordon for Diggs and Amari. Just got offered Evans, probably Emmanuel Sanders, or even if it's Miles, doesn't matter. And Josh Gordon for Diggs and Amari. Diggs and Amari by a mile. He has Adams. Should I try and trade both of them for Adams and a player? Diggs and Amari for Adams? No. I mean, Diggs is close to Adams, pal, in my mind, and Amari's like, just too much to throw in. It depends on who the player is. Depends on who the player is, my man. Thank you, Zach. And here's Colin again. Let's hope his ankle's better.
I was saying thanks for the content because I literally can't do anything right now.
I got you, Colin. Let's listen to Colin again.
Hey, Smitty. Thanks for all the content. Yesterday was my birthday and I sprained my ankle.
He's basically what he's saying is we saved his life. That's basically what he's saying there. He sprained his ankle. We saved his life. Appreciate you, Zach, or Colin. Colin, Zach, Colin.
Schmitty.
Yes, Schmitty.
Got a waiver wire
Vito.
for you. Currently, my league has Sterling Shepard, OBJ, Emmanuel Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, and Elijah Mitchell sitting on the waiver wire. We only have 4 bench spots. It's a 10-man league. I'm looking to drop Melvin Gordon since I never play him. I never start him. Is Melvin Gordon worth dropping for any of those players? Thanks.
Melvin Gordon for
Schmitty.
Vito.
Got a waiver wire question for you. Currently, my league has Sterling Shepard, OBJ, Emmanuel Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, and Elijah Mitchell sitting.
Probably Emmanuel Sanders. He's Josh Allen likes him. I'd probably say yeah. I'd take him if you need to play him. Odell is interesting too. I'm okay with Odell.
Hey, it's me. Just dropped Sherman and just picked up
Who's
Stevenson.
Who's Sherman? Who the hell is Sherman? What? Rock out. Who's Sherman? I don't even know who that is.
Hey, it's me. Just dropped Sherman and just picked up
Good.
Stevenson.
Good. I don't know who Sherman is, bro. It's a good move. Terry.
Smitty, thoughts on Knox being a top 5 tight end for the rest of the season? I love the fact that Josh Allen is connecting with him.
Yeah, Josh Allen loves Knox. Knox looks good. Top 5, I'd say he's right there. 5'7". Definitely like it.
Hey, it's me. Just dropped Sherman and just picked
I love it. Good move. This Sherman guy, I haven't even heard anything about this guy.
Hey, Smitty, where do you rank Kadarius Toney for the rest of the year? Thanks.
This is a hot topic. People love this Kadarius Toney guy, and I don't blame him. He looks phenomenal, like talent-wise. And so if we ignore the fact that he loses his temper and is cool very, very easily, Sherman is French. Sherman. If he loses his temper, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen to this guy? But I mean, I like him. Rest of season, high-end wide receiver 3, but I think you expect more than that. Things are getting a little out of control. Leave a voice message, pal. It's hard for me to get back to DMs. I get like 100, 150 a day on Instagram. So during the show, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday and Thursday, anybody leaving a voice message during that exact time frame, doesn't help if you do it days before, I will try and play it and answer your question. So send a voice message with this. I got guys that send me messages right now, and it's like I can't.
Antonio Brown or Devontae Smith?
I'm not going to say Devontae can't outscore him, but you got to go Antonio Brown right now. Antonio Brown's fire, bro. Just complete fire right now. Spitting fireballs out of his rear end, pal. I'll try and get to this later, but if you leave a voice message, I'll play it on the show and answer your question, because we're doing voice messages here every show, bro, during the 5 to 7 p.m. time frame. Hit me up if you want it. I'll play it, answer your question. Okay, let's see here. We might have an actual phone call. I gotta call someone. Let me pull up the email here. See if there was a guy that I was gonna call during the show. I don't see his email or return email yet with his phone number. And okay, AB or AJ Brown? I'm going AJ Brown. AJ Brown. Okay. More voice messages. Here we go. This is comics.
Hey Smitty, yesterday was not my birthday, but I do like waffles.
Nice.
So I dropped Damian Williams for Khalil Hebert. Half PPR, I have no IR spot. Asking because the clock is ticking and Demont potentially coming back 3 to 4 weeks. Thank you, man.
Yeah, go ahead and get Hebert. Go get Hebert. Are we talking? Go ahead and drop Damonian Williams and pick up Khalil Hebert. What's going on here? Yeah, I would. Not an exciting question, but okay.
Hey, Smitty. So I have DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, and Brandon Cooks. Should I trade DK Metcalf and DJ Moore for Justin Jefferson and Saquon Barkley? Right now I have JD McKissick as my RB2. Thank you.
I think so, bro. Let me hear that again. That was a lot.
Hey, Smitty. So I have DJ Moore,
Flexing my brain, bro.
Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, and Brandon Cooks. Should I trade DK Metcalf and
Carry the one.
DJ Moore for Justin Jefferson and Saquon Barkley? Right now I have
Carry the one.
JD McKissick as my RB2.
I mean,
Thank you.
bro, that's a tough one. This is a deep chair, bro. It is a deep chair. You can sit back a little bit. Let's do that. I did move it forward a little bit, so I think this allows me to. I can move the mic here, so we're good. We can do that. Yeah, good advice to sit back in the chair during this segment. Bro, I don't know. It's all on Barkley. Like, if Barkley comes back, that's a good trade. I don't wear my shoes or socks to work, just so you know. Like, that's a great job, right? It's a great job if you can do that. If Barkley comes back, that Barkley side wins. If Barkley doesn't come back and it sits out another 4 weeks, then the other side wins. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really say other than you got to bank on Barkley or not bank on him. So that's kind of up to you, pal. I would say that I'd probably rather have the Justin Jefferson side, and then I'd try and trade Barkley, I think. But it's a tough one.
Just traded Deontay Johnson for Calvin Ridley. Thoughts?
Deontay Johnson for Calvin Ridley, that could work out either way. I don't think you crushed it. I don't think you did bad. I think it could go in either direction. With Juju out, Deontay should get a lot more targets. Will he stay healthy? That's a tough one. Ridley, I think, it's not like you suffered from him sitting out a week in week 5. He's got his bye. Deontay's got his bye coming up after, it's eventually going to happen. Everybody's got their bye, so don't look at this Ridley week off as a bad thing. Yeah, I'd probably say I'd rather have. I'd rather have Ridley. But that's me. Appreciate you, pal. I'm a double tap that I took care of you there. Tanner.
Your Honor, who would you trade Waller for in PPR?
I can hear myself in the background yelling. Who would I trade Waller for in PPR? Diggs, Hopkins, Aaron Jones, JT. Those are common guys I'm telling people to trade, away. Trade for.
Yo, Smitty, should I trade Alvin Kamara, Brandon Cooks, Knox, and Elijah Mitchell for Kelsey, CeeDee Lamb, and Aaron Jones?
Let's hear. Thank you. Let's hear that one more time.
Yo, Smitty, should I trade Alvin Kamara, Brandon Cooks, Knox, and Elijah Mitchell for Kelsey, CeeDee Lamb, and Aaron Jones? Love the show, by the way.
Yeah, Kelsey. Wait a minute. Kelsey, CeeDee Lamb, and Aaron Jones?
Yo, Smitty, should I trade Alvin Kamara, Brandon Cooks, Knox, and Elijah Mitchell for Kelsey, CeeDee Lamb, and Aaron Jones?
Yeah, and take a lap. Yeah, appreciate that. Let me send him a message. He deserves a message. Yeah, bro, we're live right now, doing it live. Take a victory lap after you punch this trade, but take a lap for not already punching it. You're getting all three of those, bro. Kelsey, Aaron Jones, and CD. What are you, crazy? Get that deal done, pal. That's insane. And then watch out for the veto police. Be on your tail. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. We got Contrarian with the super chat. Let me drag this on screen here. Contrarian, thank you, kind sir. Earlier in the week, you discussed your concern for Derrick Henry. 12-man dynasty, and my season isn't going as I thought. Need to get younger. I traded Henry for Javonte and a 1-2-3 Smitty approved or lap time. So here's the deal, Contrarian. That is a tough sell right now. As much as people that play redraft right now, they won't understand this. But it is so hard to trade Derrick Henry in a dynasty league because everyone knows the drop-off's coming. The workload's insane. Through the roof. This man is just had so much volume, from high school even, 500-yard games. And you guys think I'm kidding? Derrick Henry, 300, 450, 500, 425, 550, 510. Those were his high school single game yardage stats through his entire senior season. It was crazy. 500 yards, 400, in one game, and not one time. The whole season, his entire call. I wish I could. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it and put it on screen. And I'm not telling you this because I'm not impressed. I am impressed. Derrick Henry, high school stats. I mean, this is insane. This is it looks like it's crazy. It's crazy. It looks like a team, a whole team's passing yardage, stat. This is Derrick Henry's senior season. Why is this not coming on screen here? There we go. Okay, this is his senior season in high school. Look at this. 336 yards, 3 TDs, 242, 4 TDs, 303, 5 TDs, 510, 6 TDs. Next game, 362, 6 TDs, 201, 3 TDs, 215, 3 TDs. He had a bad couple games right there. Only 201 and 3 and 215 and 3. What do you do? Sit out half a game? What's up with that dip? 455 and 5 TDs on October 19th. 242 and 3 TDs. 404 and 6. 485 and 6. 189 and 1. What's up with that? 317 and 4. He had 42, 61 and 55 TDs in his senior season in high school. These are Derrick Henry's high school stats. All those high school teams on blast right there. That is insane, man. Look at the yards per carry, 19.25. This is insane. Yeah, but my point being, I'm impressed, okay, first of all. But look at the carries this man endured in high school alone. 57, 43, 43, 45. And if you think that he didn't have much mileage in college, Derrick Henry had, I believe it's like the 5th highest ever college football carry season total in the history of college football stat gathering. Is like 5 or 6, or it's definitely top 10. I don't remember exactly, but I think it's number 5 all-time carry season record. So, like, even if he didn't play 4 straight years, his high school stats, all those carries, his college that he did play, all the carries he's getting currently, I get it. I could be a year early. I'm not going to feel like an idiot if Derrick Henry drops off in week 2 of 2022, because what I'm advising people to do is go get a safe option. I'm not advising anybody to get reckless. I'm not advising anybody to go make a dumb move. I'm not advising anybody to go, I don't know, trade Henry for like a running back 2 or something. I'm saying take Henry, get a Aaron Jones and a Lamb in redraft before he falls off in week 14, week 13, because the mileage is insane. I'm advising you to go get JT and Diggs. I'm advising you to go get Aaron Jones and DK Metcalf. I'm not advising anybody to make a dumb trade with Derrick Henry at all. And he is the best running back. I see Ronaldo's comment. He's the best running back in football. Come on, man. Ronaldo, I understand that. And Ronaldo, I don't know if you noticed, but this is what I said would happen. It's not like I said Derrick Henry would bust in the beginning of the year. Every single piece of Derrick Henry content I've cranked out said he would ball out at the beginning of the year. I even said in week 1, wouldn't shock me if he had 3 TDs and 150 yards rushing. Wouldn't shock me in week 4 if he had 150 and 2 or 3 scores. Like, it's exactly what I said would happen. So I don't want to hear, Smitty, you're wrong on Derrick Henry. We don't know what's going to happen with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is being utilized to a 460 or 470 carry pace season type workload. That is not sustainable. It's not sustainable for a man of his size. At some point, he's going to break. I could be wrong, and it could be week 2 or 3 of 2022. But the thing that is going in favor of my stance, that you could say, okay, everyone in the whole fantasy football industry is collectively in agreement upon, is his dynasty value is very, very low. This is an example. And I'm not saying you got taken, so this is full circle contrarian back to answer your question. I'm not saying that you did bad here. What I'm saying is, for a man doing what he's doing, it is crazy that this is the best offer you can get. But it probably is, because no one's trading for Derrick Henry because everybody is scared about him falling off. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Whether it happens in 2022 in week 2, week 5, week 3, week 8 of 2022, or it happens this year, the man is going to break. Every running back does. No running back can escape it. And you either are a year early and you look like a fool, but you're getting DK and Aaron Jones in a trade, so how do you look like a fool? Or you're getting, Diggs and JT. How do you look like a fool? I think you do okay on that trade, even if Derrick Henry continues to do well. And I know a lot of you want to say no, there's no way, no. Like the comment right here, this is the typical comment. And I Blackbeard, I love you, pal. But it's like, nah, Henry's the GOAT. Like, I get it, but that's just very standard, generic response. Like, no, he's the guy. No, he's built different. No, he's the best. But what I'm trying to bring are numbers that, these numbers are not sustainable. I know you can say find me another guy that's built like him, but his build is going to be his downfall. He's too big of a dude. His knees can't sustain that kind of weight and the kind of abuse he takes hitting the ground over and over. All of his carries are aggressive, up the gut. You watch the guy, and he's getting tired. He's dominating defenses. And I don't know if you guys watched the game, but Derrick Henry usually starts off slow in the game, and then as defenses get so tired of tackling him, he ends up with 150 yards and 2 or 3 scores at the end of the game because nobody has the energy to tackle this man at the end of the game. He's going to get at 30 to almost 35 carries a game. He's going to break down. I'm afraid he's going to break down. I don't know if this is the Javonte week, pal. We just don't know. We just don't know when it's going to happen. So, Contrarian, to answer your question, and thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're still here. Javonte Williams in Dynasty in the first, second, and third, not horrible. I so wish you could get more, but I get it, pal. If he hits that wall tomorrow, you have a 28 with no tread left on the tires. Yeah, I like Javonte a lot, man. I like Javonte a lot. Antonio Brown or Darrell Williams, help me, Smitty. Antonio Brown, bro. He's only going nuts for you. Henry is the GOAT. Oh, that wasn't Blackbeard. I thought that was Blackbeard that said that. Big Back said that. But that's the common response, and I'm not going at you, Big Back. You know, you have an argument to be made, pal. Like, there's nothing wrong with your stance, but this is typically what everyone combats what I'm saying with. Nah, Henry's the GOAT. No, Henry's the king. Henry's different. Henry's built different. None of it's factual. It's all emotion. The facts are 2,000-yard season. Once you have it, your stats get cut in half or you get hurt the next season. Now, Henry's clearly on pace to not have his seasons cut in half. I mean, he is a beast, but will he get hurt because of it? Derrick Henry's carries are through the roof right now. Let me take a screenshot of Derrick Henry's usage. It is not sustainable. I understand you guys want to assume that this guy's different. Is there a chance? Sure. There's a chance that his bye is week 13. Let's take this all the way to the bye week so that we can get a feel for when he's going to get his break. His break isn't coming for a while. He's got a late bye. Derrick Henry has 17 carries, 35 carries, 28 carries, 33 carries, 29 carries. This man is on pace for, let's see, 29 plus 33 plus 28 plus 35 plus 17 divided by 5 is 28 carries a game times 17. He's on pace for 482 carries. 482 carries. Historically, you rush for 372. You're hard pressed to ever get back to form the next day. Yeah, so I get it, man. I don't blame a single one of you for wanting to ride this until the wheels fall off. I understand. I don't blame you one single bit. I don't blame you at all.
What are your thoughts on Kadarius Toney for the rest of the season?
Oh, so I think I answered that one, Tony. I think you can count on wide receiver 3 numbers. I think moving forward. This is from Dap.
Yo, Smitty, so I'm in a bit of a pickle right now. My team is 1-4, but on paper, I feel like I have a pretty stacked team. Just a quick run through. It's Herbert, James Robinson, Sanders. Then my wide receivers are Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Allen Robinson at the flex. I also have Hollywood Brown, Corey Davis. Then my tight end, I have Dalton Schultz, but TJ Hawkinson is on waivers for some reason, and I'm number 2 on the waiver claim, so I feel like I'm going to pick him up. I just don't know what to do this season. I have the second highest points for, and I have the second highest points against as well, so it's just been bad luck this year. I know this is a longer message. I just don't know if I should hold where I'm at. I kind of want to trade away Harris and Robinson and get another player just because their value isn't really high right now. I like Sanders this year because I think he has a pretty easy schedule after this week going
Thank you, Dap. I'm gonna say, bro, I'm gonna answer you on the show right now. For your records, 1 hour and 54 minutes in. The last 2 minutes of the show. I'm gonna say, pal, that I love going after the guys we've been talking about all show: Diggs, Hopkins, Aaron Jones. So if you can buy those guys cheap, I'm very interested in you getting into those vehicles that are safe, good, buy low, huge upside reward type guys. I don't know. What that tells me is if you're one of the point leaders and you've got all the scoring, coming at you, and that's why you're getting the L's. You just hold. I mean, you're doing well. You're playing well. It's just been some bad luck. I don't think that's going to continue. The odds of it are rare. So if I were you, I'd hold, but I'd always trying to upgrade. Always trying to make a good move. Contrarian, thanks for the question, and go after those guys. As far as what to do, you listed off a ton of things. The show's ending, so I can't really break down your entire roster and write it down because to retain everybody that you said, I'd have to write it down. But go after those guys. One more, I traded Mike Williams and Swift for Kamara. I like that. That could go either way because Mike Williams is balling out. Swift could certainly ball out, and Jamal Williams is injured. He'd probably play, but what if that gets worse? What if Jamal goes down? Then Swift is top 10 running back lock for as long as he can stay healthy. But I like that. I think that could be okay for you. If it's dynasty, Williams is older, I like this move. I still think Kamara's got some tread left, but Swift in dynasty, some might say has better value than Kamara. Some might say Kamara does. It's kind of tough. I kind of like the Kamara side a little more, but it's tough. I mean, it's two really good talents you gave up, Swift and Williams. You could argue this either way. I don't think one side crushed the other, and honestly, I could go back and forth if I'm being completely honest there. Chat, Hubbard or Madison, assuming they both start. If they both start, it's Madison, bro. It's not even this is a fantasy football court. This is a contempt of court question here. I mean, Madison's only proven that he's a beast whenever he's starting. Madison, easy call, bro. Easy call. Appreciate your super chat. Ruggs and Carter for Ridley. Yes, get Ridley. Easy one. Very easy. Tony, Odell Beckham Jr., Emmanuel Sanders, bless me. I'm going to say, bro, probably going to say Emmanuel Sanders. I feel like he's got Josh Allen's ear. If you wanted to go high risk, you could go Tony. I'm not sure if I'm there yet. I feel like he could just have a bad, look at rookies and young wide receivers have those games, those sporadic pop-off games, and then they go back down to earth and they pop off again. They usually go like this and spike and then get level off and then start getting more consistent. So it wouldn't shock me if you remember Rondale Moore blew up then did nothing. Tony could do that same thing, but I think he's capable of having a completely, string of blow-up games and then tailing off too. It's tough to say. 185 likes. Nice work, Terry. Nice work, Terry. Terry got us to 185 likes so far. Appreciate that, Terry. Also, guys, at the end of the show, at the end of every show, I try and respond to every comment and question the first 24 to 48 hours. The comments got out of control in an awesome way on the last video, and I couldn't get to everybody, but I'm going to 100% try to get to everybody that asks a question when the video ends. I'm not talking about the live stream chat right here. I'm talking about once the video ends, the video's there for replays, and it'll start off with 0 comments. So I'm asking all of you that didn't get your question answered to please head to my comments of this exact video, ask a question, and I will get to it within the next 24 to 48 hours. I'll do my very, very best. I get to most every one of them those first 24 to 48 hours. Ryan says Cordaly or Diggs. I'm going Diggs, man. I mean, Cordaly could outscore anybody, sure, but I'm going Diggs. Dalton Schultz, you got to go Schultz, man. He's a top 5 tight end play right now. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you. See, Smitty, that's what You fail to realize he's a unicorn. Who? You talking about Henry? Eventually, unicorns get put down, bro. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate all of you. Contrarian, thanks for dropping those. Michael, appreciate you, Michael, and your support. Michael's always super supportive. All of you. Rock out, everybody. Can't thank you enough for all the super chats. I'll try and call them out real quick. Contrarian, Thomas, thank you, Thomas. Sam, Jake, Contrarian, Blake, Roe, thank you, Roe. Kyle, Singer, Swift Left Toe, Tony, Scott Master, Nick, Trojan, Amir, Swift Left Toe, Johnny Cause, Young Mellow, thank you, Young Mellow, Amir. Good God, there's so many comments to scroll through. You guys are crazy, man. These 2-hour shows are awesome. We have the best community in the world. Our comments are. There's no show that has as many comments as we do per people in here. It's insane. James Conklin. That was the Javonte Pollard, Gainwell, Darrell Williams must start one opposite Najee. That was a tough one. James, appreciate you. Michael, again, Michael, awesome. Baked In Boys. Jeff, appreciate you, Jeff. Rock out. Cameron. Brent. Rock out. Kent. Carlos. Black Falcon. Gonzalez. Johnny again. Fanta. Todd. Iron Never Lies. Devontae Jones. Shake and Bake. I'm calling out all the super chat guys. I want to give you your props. Mr. Punch. Michael. Michael dropping some big ones tonight. Thank you, Michael. Mark. Mr. Punch again. I think that's all of you. If I left you out, I did not mean to. I tried to read off every single super chat I got. Appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Contrarian, again for those last final super chats. Videos are on Spotify. Make sure you go to smitty1.com/Spotify. That's how you can subscribe and find. I got the ticker refreshed right here so you can see that link. And guys, go play Underdog Fantasy this week. If you do, I will give you a free phone call. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, go to smitty1.com right here. Click the Underdog Fantasy banner, which I can put on screen here so you guys can identify it. It looks like this one right here. Click on the Underdog logo once you go to smitty1.com. And if you are new and you deposit and you play week 6, send me a screenshot of that deposit and that you did it and that you're new to Underdog, and I will give you a free phone call. So go to smitty1.com, click on the Underdog banner and play fantasy football. Week 6 best ball. Fire Shanahan. Yeah, Matt, I've been saying it for a while, pal. Shanahan's the problem. Smith or Tony, Devontae Smith or Tony. I guess Tony if you want a high risk, high reward play, but Smith's probably safer. AB or CD. I mean, I love both. I try and get both in your lineup, but CD for me. All right, guys, appreciate you. Later. Thank you. Maybe I'll go live tonight. Catch you Friday night, Saturday night, midnight Eastern, every single Friday and Saturday. Take it easy, everybody. Go watch them Spotify videos. Guys, I need you to get those plays up. Would everybody please go? I want to put the link in the chat right here. Would everybody please go right now? And even if you're letting this sucker play while you're listening, it will help me out tremendously if you guys will go drop a listen and a watch and get them numbers up. Let's get this Spotify show to the moon, okay? So go to this web address right here, smitty1.com/Spotify. I'm going to pin it right now. If you guys could go give the recent shows a listen. There's a Kyler Murray exclusive Spotify video that had just dropped yesterday, and I pinned that in the comments right there. Go watch right now, smitty1.com/Spotify. Pinned it in the chat. Exclusive Spotify show. All for you guys. Later.